Hello, good morning student of class 12 commerce. Welcome to Panda sir's virtual class on macroeconomics, and today we will be completing our discussion of macroeconomics, and the last topic we were discussing was balance of payment, and in that discussion we discussed a lot about what is current account and what is capital account in balance of payment statement. So what happens usually is that sometimes we find differences in the debit and credit side. As you know that all the incoming foreign exchange or inflow of foreign exchange is put on the credit side, whereas all the outgoing foreign exchange or outflow of foreign exchange is recorded in the debit side of the balance of payment statement. So by theory it must be equal, that is the debit side must be equal to the credit side, and this is true for both accounts, that our current account and capital account. So in case of a disturbance, or in case the debit side and the credit side has some differences, then how to sort out is the present day's discussion. So we must be acquainted with some of the terms. What are autonomous items, what are accommodating items. These are transactions. Autonomous items are transactions of our residents with the rest of the world, and it doesn't affect the liability asset status. So autonomous transactions can take place between our residents and row, but accommodating items are those transactions that is done or maintained in order to establish BOP status. That means to make the credit and debit side equal of the balance of payment statement. And there could be a surplus budget and a deficit budget. There could be a surplus BOP or deficit BOP. So if the credit and debit side are equal, then it's a balanced BOP. But if our inflow of foreign exchange is more than outflow of foreign exchange, then it's a surplus BOP. And on the other hand, if outflow of foreign exchange is more than inflow of foreign exchange, we have a deficit BOP. So in case the BOP is either surplus, if it is surplus BOP, then of course there is no problem. We have to make some changes in our capital account, that using that extra money or that extra foreign exchange we can purchase shares, or even we can, that would be investment shares in the row, and also we can lend that extra amount of foreign currencies to some person or party or company in the row, and that would be lending. And in both the case, that is investment or lending, what happens? It is a matter of capital account, because our liability asset status is changing. If we are making investment, then obviously our asset is increasing, whereas when we are lending someone, that also our asset is increasing. But what happens if we have a deficit BOP, that is balance of payment status is deficit, means we have exported less and imported more, and that's why the inflow of foreign exchange is less than the outflow of foreign exchange. In that case, at the end of the year, of course we have to balance. And how to balance? We have got two different ways. One, either we can borrow foreign exchange from the row, or we can sell out some of our assets. So when we are borrowing, our liability is rising, and on the other hand, when we are selling our property, it is disinvestment, and here our asset is getting reduced. So both surplus and deficit BOP are trouble, and we have to deal with it by either borrowing or disinvesting, or by investing, or by lending. So now after the theory of deficit and surplus budget, come to the causes of disequilibrium in BOP. What are the reasons that the BOP status is not always balanced, and sometimes it becomes deficit and sometimes it becomes surplus? And we can divide all the regions into three different heads. One is economic factor, other is political factor, and the third one is social factor. And in each of the headings, we will try to see in what way it is going to affect our BOP status. The first one, economic factor, developmental activities. Government needs to entertain developmental activities. So we are discussing economic factor, and the first one, developmental activities. When we spend more on developmental activities, that is, outflow is more, hence it would cause a deficit BOP. Next, high rate of inflation. When inflation is high, what does it mean? Inflation is high means the value of our currency is getting lower. Hence, how much their currency a person in row was spending, now he has to spend less to buy the same amount of goods from our country. Hence, their import and at the same time our export would increase. And when our export is increased, the result is more inflow of foreign exchange, and ultimately the status of BOP is surplus BOP. Then trade cycle. This is little bit technical. What is trade cycle? When the economy is controlled by the market forces of demand and supply, then four different stages comes in a cyclical way, and it is a case, it is a must in all types of economies. So what exactly happens in depression and recession period? In depression and recession period, where the business is very less and we are not producing enough goods and services that are demanded by our country, then obviously we have to depend upon import, and when import is more, outgoing of foreign exchange is more, hence it would result in a deficit balance of payment. Then fourth is change in cost structure of trading partner. What happens? Sometimes the cost of production of our domestic cost of production of different goods and services drastically falls, and the reason being technological advancement. When we get or we invent a superior technology, what happens? We reduce our cost of production drastically, and obviously when we reduce our cost of production, we can offer the same goods at a cheaper price to people in row. Hence, they will be buying more. They will be buying more means our export is more. When export is more, the inflow of foreign exchange is more, and inflow of foreign exchange is more means it results in a surplus balance of payment. Next, the fifth point is development of import substitutes. What happens? It's the present policy of our government also, that we need to. Why we need to? We must be self-sufficient. Whatever goods and services we are consuming, we must be able to produce all those using our indigenous technology. So what happens? When we invent a newer technology, then our dependence upon other countries gets reduced. Because earlier what we were importing and spending or paying valuable foreign exchange, for that now we don't have to pay. That's why it is a saving of foreign exchange. Saving of foreign exchange means a surplus budget. Surplus balance of payment status. So all these are economic factor that happens or that affects the BOP status, and that's why there is a disequilibrium in the balance of payment statement. Next come to political factor. The first one being political instability. What is political instability? When there is no absolute majority of the government, or when unnecessary factors like terrorism and internal war, all these things happens in a country, then the government becomes destabilized. And political instability is one of the major factor when our production of goods and services gets affected, and we produce less means we depend more upon other country or rest of the world, and our import increases. Import increase means absolutely the result is a deficit balance of payment. Then government policy, largely whether our balance of payment status would be deficit or surplus depends upon what is the government policy related to that. So according to government policy, the status changes. That whether we have a deficit balance of payment or we have a surplus balance of payment, or the status is totally balanced. Then coming to social factor. In social factor, the most important one is demonstration effect. What is demonstration effect? You need to understand, and you may get one mark question also. What define demonstration effect? So it is a set of mentality or thought of people when they think the foreign goods are superior to indigenous goods. Often you might have seen or heard people saying, see, this is my perfume, imported. This is my pen, imported. This is my watch, imported. So what is the mindset? The mindset is that unnecessary prejudice to foreign goods. They think that they are superior. Hence, demonstration effect raises the volume of our import, and as a result we have a deficit balance of payment. The next point being change in taste and preference. Sometimes what happens, people's taste and preference changes, and that also either adversely or in a friendly way affect the balance of payment status. If our taste and preference is changing in favor of foreign goods, then we have a deficit BOP. And if it is changing in favor of our indigenous or domestic goods, it is a surplus BOP. Then cross-border prejudice. Cross-border prejudice is more a political factor than social factor. Let me explain why and how. Suppose we have cross-border prejudice with our neighbor Pakistan, that Pakistan has plenty of onion, and we can get from them, we can buy onion from Pakistan at the rate of 10 rupees per kilo, but we don't have a friendly relationship with Pakistan. Hence, we are buying the same onion from other countries, say Afghanistan, and we are buying at what price? We are buying at 20 rupees per kilo price. This sort of mentality is cross-border prejudice. And sometimes, not sometimes, it's always due to cross-border prejudice, we become loser, and the result is obviously deficit balance of payment. So this is all about the chapter balance of payment and its different technicality. I hope you have understood all the concepts. If you have any doubt, then just call me or message me to find your solution. Thank you. Have a nice day.